Hi everyone and welcome to Brick Arena. It's been a crazy couple of weeks for me recently with work and other personal things. One of my sons is getting married in about 10 days. Another son moving into a new house immediately after that. Work's gone crazy. There's lots of orders coming into my Bricklink stores, which all means there hasn't been an awful lot of time for YouTube or for personal Lego. But I thought I'd just touch base with you guys and show you what I've been getting my hands on over the last few weeks. So here we go with the first item. And the first one is an item that I know you guys have seen me pick up for personal use before, but I saw these on a good deal at Argos recently, and although I'd kind of said to myself I wasn't going to buy much more for the Bricklink store until I'd got a lot of my backlog down, I just couldn't resist this at around £50 instead of the normal retail price of around £100. I'm sure this was really popular with lots of Bricklink and Brick Owl sellers, and there seem to be huge quantities of it in Argos. Usually a big set like this, I'd struggle to get the minimum, or sorry, the maximum quantity allowed to be purchased, which is 3. Normally I'd never be able to find them in my local Argos, but there just seem to be tons of them. I was able to order 3, which I'll show you now, and then there were some problems, as there always is with Argos, with some sets. One of the sets that I'd gone to pick up, the seals had been broken and the whole set had been retaped. But they were very easily able to order replacements in, which just tells me that there's tons and tons of stock of this particular set that they were needing to get rid of. So I just went with the 3 of them. I've seen people getting 6, 9, 12, whatever. As I've said many times, I've got a huge backlog anyway, so I didn't want to go crazy on those. Picked up a few other things for myself lately. Picked up this set just the other day, 60223. Had my eye on this nice little combine harvester set since it came out. It was a decent price in Tesco at about 15 quid, so I thought it was worth picking up at 15. So got that one for myself for the city. Picked up another little set here from Amazon recently, and this is the Death Star Escape. This is 75229, and I really liked this set when it came out. Just a nice little vignette from a pretty iconic kind of scene from Star Wars. Everyone knows I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I thought this was pretty cool. Really wanted to get it, but didn't want to pay £25, whatever it was, so managed to pick this up on Amazon for about 15. So thought that was another good purchase. And then I was in Tesco the other day and picked up this little set. This is 75891, another of the Speed Champions sets. This one box is a little dented, but it's just for myself, and this was about £7. So I thought I'd pick that one up for myself as well. At the same time, or round about the same time, I got a call from my wife when I was at work. She happened to be shopping in Tesco and found that they were selling the Disney minifigures for £1.50. So I told her to grab me 30 of those. So picked up 30 of those, and then later, wasn't the same day, a couple of days later, found myself back in Tesco with the wife, picking up a few more bits of shopping, and noticed that they still had them on sale. And at the back I found this sealed box. It was sealed at the time. I've opened it since, and I thought, at half price, I thought it was well worth picking up a full box of those as well. So I did exactly that, and they'll go into the Bricklink store. I've got the full series myself, but plenty there to be going onto Bricklink or to eBay, Brickowl, wherever. And then a couple of other things that I picked up on eBay recently. These, I'm sure some of you guys are well familiar with them. These are the series of Minifigure Catalogues done by Christoph Bartnek. And they're really good for minifigure collectors. If you've not seen these before, they're really cool. And I do have the big latest book of his that covers all of the years up to, I think, 2017, I think, maybe. But I do find that the quality of the images in that book is not the best. And you do get more pictures of and more detail of the figures in these books. So where I see them pretty cheap, I am picking up the individual books as well. So this is the 2011 one, which I managed to pick up on eBay. And I also picked up the 2014 one as well, and I think pretty much the same format in there. Really nice books, lots of pictures, and really good for, you know, when you're buying new sets, etc., figuring out exactly which figures it is that you've actually bought. I was also in the Lego store just today, and to be honest, there were tons of new sets that I could have bought and did think about buying, but to be honest, they're just going to sit in my room with the rest of the collection for now. So I'm holding off a little bit at the moment, really trying to cut back a lot of other expenditure going on at the moment. But I did pick up some stuff for the Bricklink store. So I managed to get these. These are the nice sort of dark orange, dark flesh, whatever they're called, tiles, 2x1 tiles, which tiles are always nice, especially for the Bricklink store. Always sell really, really well. Also managed to pick up some of, well, there's several parts in here. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's these sort of quarter dark red tiles. There's lots of these green sort of carrot tops, and then in there, I don't really know what you call them, but there's the dark green. They're like a three-pronged sort of plant-like thing. Tend to be for underwater, etc. I do find those sell pretty well, so picked up those. And the interesting thing about them is they weren't actually on the wall, some of them, but someone had left a couple of half-filled cups at the front. They were obviously from some dregs of boxes that were out the back, because they definitely weren't on the wall. And I asked the employees, they had no more boxes of them, so I did sort of pilfer those a little bit. Also in my store, which was Blue Water, by the way, and I've talked about this before, not exactly my local store. It's about an hour and a quarter away, but it's the one I prefer to go to at the moment. But they had these red Masonry Bricks, and I just sold out of them last week, so I thought I'd get another cup and refill on those. And then the last one's a bit of a mess. I got lots of odds and sods. They had these 1x4 dark green tiles. They had some of these horrible sort of salmon pink. I'm not sure what the official Lego colour is for those sort of round tiles. They had some yellow doors. This one was a real mishmash of little bits and pieces. And by the way, the reason this doesn't look very well packed is because it spilled out into my bag on the way home. And I've actually got another sort of half a cup of what came out of this. It's amazing, actually, when you spill a cup that you've packed, trying to get it all back into the cup is almost impossible. But another cup full of some useful parts there. Also, of course, because I hit the new purchase limit, was able to get this nice little set, which is I think the juice bar from the Hidden Side. Haven't bought any of the Hidden Side sets yet. I do really like the look of some of them, especially the school bus looks really cool. But I'm figuring that they're already starting to be on discount, and they're gonna come down quite rapidly, I think, at some point. So got the freebie while I could, and stuck with that, to be honest. And then the other thing I got this week was a good friend of mine on Instagram, Ross. Lives in Belfast, lives near a Smith store. He happens to know I don't live anywhere near a Smith store. And Smiths do these great deals where on occasion they give kind of free poly bags out. And just a week or so ago, he went in and was able to pick up some of these Harry Potter ones and was very kind, and not only got me one but chipped it free, etc. So very nice of him indeed. Thanks, Ross. And there's one other thing I got this week which I can't really show you very well, and that was I got a used Lego lot. I was in a town nearby, went into a local charity shop, found this bin. I'll try and put some pictures up here or something, but found this used bin of Lego, quite a large bin, and they had £55 on the top of the bin. When I had a look, lifted the lid, it was half full of plastic soldiers and God knows what. But right on the top of the pile, I just happened to spot that in amongst all of the rubbish was some of these minifigures. Not all as you see them now. That's me putting them onto this plate. But spotted the odd one, and I just thought, there's an old castle set in there. Not exactly sure of the number when I looked at it, but I was sort of and ahed, should I take a chance or not? And then I went back to the shop staff, as you always should when you're looking at secondhand stuff. When you're you don't necessarily want to pay what they've put on the box. So I went back and chanced my arm and said, I think you've overpriced this because of the toy soldiers, etc. And they gave me it for £10. So within that set was not only this castle set, which I think is £375. All of the minifigures are there. They're all in pretty good shape. Lots of space stuff as well. The only thing in there, I'll just show you some of the stickers for that set, is the only issue. I know you're still in pretty good shape, because remember this is I think a 1970s set, so stickers are not in amazing shape, but they're largely there, so not a bad find. I never had that set as a kid, so really lucky to find that. And also got within there a ton of I'm going to show you a ton of classic space stuff, all with leaflets. Some of these are a bit repetitive. Let me find a couple of others. So all of these, the parts are in there. All good little set, and all remember for £10. So I thought that was my bargain of the month, or maybe the year, I'm not sure. So that's it, I'm afraid, for this time. Not a massive Lego haul, I will admit. I have scaled back a little bit, as I've said, especially with the personal stuff. Still keeping the Bricklink stores going. It's not that I'm stopping and building my personal collection, not at all. It's just I'm just buying a little time to get rid of the backlog, etc. So I'm sure these hauls will start growing again in the not too distant future. Stick with me. Remember to subscribe and see how we go. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.